I'm David Blake, co-founder and CEO at Degreed. Throughout history, there have been a few pivotal shifts in how we as humans learn. The first was, of course, the printing press, democratized learning the world over. The second is as we centralized all that knowledge into libraries, into our education system, into our universities, and eventually into our HR departments. The third was my favorite, the internet. It unlocked all of that knowledge. It brought us into our homes, onto our desktop, and eventually into our pockets. And now we are entering the fourth great moment, the rise of AI. Now today, the AI, it's already made its way into our meetings, our documents, and our systems. But just because AI is infused into the work, it doesn't mean that people are actually learning anything. And if anything, so far, the evidence shows AI is maybe making us a little bit lazy in our learning, even if it is making us more efficient at our tasks. But it's not yet making us more capable in our own right. And that's potentially a problem. Because most organizations, they're using AI for the efficiency, and that is great, but speed does not equal skills. Now, as we navigate this shift, we can look to the past to find patterns we've seen before. Think of the advent of AI similar to the advent of YouTube in that last wave. So when YouTube arrived, it revolutionized learning. It brought innumerable learning resources and made them available to everyone. And we've all had that experience of getting stuck on something, going to YouTube, learning, getting unstuck, and having a solve. But just because YouTube and that powerful resource existed, it didn't mean that it all of a sudden solved all of your organizational learning needs. More content did not create more capability. It didn't solve for your organization's need in managing your employees, their learning, because it's the infrastructure that still matters. You have to connect it to your systems, have it be contextual to your business, get feedback and data out of that learning, and be able to see the outcomes. And it will be the same thing with AI. ChatGPT and Copilot do not add up to a corporate learning strategy. Now, Copilot, it might be summarizing your meetings, and it might make your policy documents available on demand, but it's not going to increase the bench strength of your workforce. So, what separates the serious AI learning companies and learning systems? It's not going to be the AI and the underlying models. It's going to be the infrastructure behind it. The learning science, are you able to get verified skill data out of it? Integrating it into your systems with your organization's context and aligning all of this to your company's strategic goals. That is what will determine the learning impact of this moment, and that is where Degreed is focused. So as we navigate this shift, there are going to be consequences, winners and losers, and we want to make sure that we all end up on the winning side. As we look at the data, the World Economic Forum and Accenture, it is now roughly 60% of the world's workforce that has to upskill in the next 5 years. That is up 10 percentage points from just 5 years ago. And it's now 40% of CEOs who say they are prepared for this. That is down 10 percentage points from 2020. We are navigating this moment in history where more people need to learn more skills faster than ever before in human history. The concept of just-in-time learning and the flow of work learning, that was built in the third wave to connect people to the right content in their moment of need. In this fourth wave, the work itself is changing. Tasks, they are being automated, roles have become more fluid, and knowledge has become cheap. But judgment, adaptability, creativity, those have not. What we have to do is in this moment build a new model of learning that will map to the new ways of working. One that can match this rate of change and the reality of today's AI moment.